Hello everyone, welcome to my channel B&B CBS Gossip 24. According to Friday, October 24th spoilers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Bill Spencer will warn of the fake Luna Nozawa threat as Hope Logan and Liam Spencer receive assistance from 3 matchmakers. During his most recent visit to the prison, Will Spencer could see Luna was attempting to influence him into feeling a certain way about her. Will, however, made it apparent that Luna's scheme would fail because he is only concerned with his child's welfare. Nevertheless, Will found it difficult to watch Luna in prison and to know that his unborn child might be in danger. Will is struggling with the entire situation since he knows his baby doesn't deserve any of this. On Friday's B&B episode, Bill will reveal Luna's plan to Will, Liam, and Katie Logan, Heather Tom. Bill would believe that Luna set up that black eye to elicit pity and launch another campaign for liberation. In light of this, Bill might argue that they can't give in to Luna and allow her to feel in control. Bill might counter that they must adhere to their final custody agreement and leave Luna in jail. Bill might outwit Luna and use his power to get Luna sent in solitary prison. That would protect the infant and prevent Luna from performing any more tricks similar to this one. However, Katie will talk to Liam about his future, namely the future he might still have with Hope and Beth Spencer. Deacon Sharp and Brooke Logan Forrester will have a similar thought when they speak to Hope at the Forrester showroom, while Katie encourages Liam to have a romantic reunion with Hope. Although Hope is unaware of what is ahead in their connection, Deacon will encourage his daughter to be more accepting of Liam and prevent him from escaping. Brooke will accept the notion of Liam and Hope working things out and re-establishing their relationship because she will concur that they belong together. On Friday's broadcast, Katie, Brooke, and Deacon will all play Cupid, so Liam and Hope will receive a lot of guidance from their matchmakers. Lastly, Carter Walton will be asked some questions by Daphne Rose on what transpired with Hope, which will cause him to consider his broken engagement news and reveal his suffering. According to teasers for The Bold and the Beautiful, Daphne will assist Carter in his efforts to move on. Follow along for more information on what lies next for these two. Bill's caution. Will Spencer paused as his father handed a document over the desk in Bill's office. It included pictures of Luna Nozawa, who was once happy and now bruised. Bill's voice was cold. He remarked, "She's drawing you all in once more. This time, the danger lies in what you don't see, not what you see." Will posed the question he was afraid to ask, "You believe she is lying?" Bill had a straightforward response, saying, "I know she's not telling everything. And when you combine my name with desire and fear, that is an expense we cannot afford." Hope and Liam felt the scrutiny even though they were unaware of the file yet. Brooke Logan and Katie Logan were already acting as matchmakers. There are now 3 voices in Hope's ear: Deacon Sharp's exhortation to open her heart, Katie's find your truth, and Brooke's you and Liam belong together. Bill's caution, however, and the chance that Hope would be harmed by what she didn't know lurked behind the advice. Misgivings and matchmakers. Hope and Liam were joined by Katie, Brooke, and Deacon at the Logan residence. Memories of previous vows and fresh optimism lingered as the chemistry continued to simmer. "Life gave you 2 a second chance," said Brooke, in a kind but strong manner. "Don't waste it." "Liam, you've matured," said Katie, nodding. "You deserve someone who recognizes that, Hope." "Open your heart, Hope," said the Deacon, leaning forward. "Don't allow fear keep you from the best thing you almost had." With his heart in his eyes, Liam gazed at Hope. Hope stared back, divided between what was safe and what seemed right. "Think of us as your personal board of directors," Brooke said with a secretive smirk. Hope laughed, relief and fear mixed, because a board meeting meant decisions, and decisions meant repercussions. The major conflict. Bill turned on a slideshow back at Spencer. Pictures. Text messages. A network of partial truths. He remarked, "I used to walk the walk with Luna. However, this smells familiar. And I won't fall for it once more." Will flinched. "Dad, you had better be certain if you're accusing her." Bill's gaze jerked. "I'm positive. This also has my name on it. We both burn if she abuses it." He scanned the screen, seeing the familiar pattern, Luna's injured face, and her plea for her child's safety. "I've seen this before," he remarked. "And it didn't end well." Will sensed the change. The suspicion. The risk. The crossroads of hope. Hope and Liam managed to find some peace and quiet back at Forrester that evening. "Why are we acting in this way?" Hope questioned quietly. Because it counts, Liam answered. To me. To us. Hope nodded, but her thoughts kept going back to whispering Matchmakers, Luna's danger, and Bill's name. She learned to see that questions were just as much a part of love as butterflies. Cliffhanger. Bill sat by himself in his tower at dusk, going over the file once more. He knew one thing. Believing in people when they are at their worst is the real risk when trust turns into money and innocence into a tactic. Luna gazed at the face that had gained her freedom and could now lose her everything in the mirror down at Forrester. In between, Hope and Liam vowed to see this through to the end, no matter what obstacles we face. With his arms folded and his eyes cold and piercing, Bill Spencer stood at the window of his top-floor office. The most recent eye on LA was muted on a television behind him. Section. After receiving ambiguous safety warnings, designer Luna Nozawa is now facing more inquiries. According to people close to the Spencer family, the problem might be personal. Bill cut the screen off with a click. Phony danger, he whispered to himself. Manipulative people are the one thing I detest more than liars. In actuality, though, the story was about more than just Luna. It was about the people she impacted, including Liam, his son Will, and the Forresters, and the uneasy question that ran through everything: was she truly in danger, or was she causing trouble to win sympathy? Danger wasn't a concept that Bill Spencer understood. You dealt with it. You paid it off, buried it if needed, or neutralized it. And he would know if Luna was telling lies. The warning in Act 1. The lift rang. Will Spencer came in with his phone in his hand. Dad, before you blow this up, we need to talk. With a cold voice, Bill turned. It's too late. I've already given Carter Walton a call. I will put an end to it myself if Forrester Creations uses my company's resources to create a sob-story PR campaign about Luna's danger. On the desk, Will placed his phone. Hear her interview. Despite his groan, Bill pressed play. Luna's voice was quiet, shaky, and truthful. It's not about me. My actions caused harm to someone close to me. That's the reason I'm afraid. For their protection, not mine. The video paused. Bill scowled. She feels guilty, which is why she is terrified. Not because someone is trying to find her. Will bent over. Dad, that doesn't mean it's fake. It is therefore human. Bill gave him a long, evaluating glance that was equal parts pride and annoyance. You truly are the son of your mother. Always trying to find the good in the turmoil. Will grinned. And you constantly try to use a sledgehammer to clean it. There was a brief release of stress. Bill rubbed his temple and sat down heavily. Even if she's telling the truth, she's still tarnishing our family's reputation. Furthermore, I'm not in the compassion business. Will's tone grew softer. Perhaps not. However, you work to save people you don't acknowledge you care about. Bill's eyebrows went up as he looked at him. Are you finished evaluating me? Will gave a small smile. Not even close. Act 2. Breakfast with the Matchmakers. At Brooke Logan's house across town, laughter blended with the aroma of cinnamon buns and coffee. Leaning in like co-conspirators, Hope sat at the table between her mother, Katie, and Deacon Sharp. All right, Hope responded, sounding defensive. I recognize that expression. What are all of you planning? Brooke smiled. Making a plot? No. Motivating? Of course. Katie took a drink of her tea. We simply believe that you and Liam are once more circling one another. And that might not be a terrible thing. Hope rolled her eyes. All of you are hopeless romantics. Leaning forward, Deacon spoke in a softer tone. My dear, you've been through a lot. Happiness is something you deserve. Additionally, unfinished beginnings can occasionally bring happiness instead of fresh starts. Hope absently stirred her coffee while looking down at it. Liam and I are good. We have a friendship. Parents. That's all. Brooke gave a knowing smile. You are free to call it whatever you like. The memory of the heart is superior to that of words. Katie chuckled quietly. One goal, 3 matchmakers. Despite herself, Hope smiled and shook her head. You're not possible. Brooke remarked. Maybe, but we're also right. At that moment, a notice on her phone said, Spencer Publications, Bill Spencer questions Luna Nozawa's story. Brooke scowled. Oh no. Bill is stirring things up once more. Hope's countenance abruptly shifted from amusement to concern. Not Luna. She has endured enough. Katie sighed. Well, there has never been a peaceful day that Bill didn't want to ruin. The Confrontation, Act 3. Luna was standing in the quiet design office at Forrester Creations. The staff's whispers had been harsher than their statements. The article had been seen by everybody. RJ walked in, his jaw clenched. "Don't speak to the media," I said. "I didn't," Luna blurted out. "What I said at the charity event was misrepresented by someone." RJ softened and moaned. "I think you're real. Bill, however, doesn't. He is publicly criticizing you." Her eyes expanded. "What is he?" "Basically saying you're making things more dangerous to get attention." Luna's voice cracked. "I told the truth. Simply put, I didn't want anybody else to get involved." RJ took a step forward and touched her arm tenderly. "So tell me, who were you protecting?" Her eyes filled with tears. "I am unable to." Steffi showed up in the doorway with a tablet before he could press her. "You two should watch this." She swiveled the television to see a live feed of Bill making a press conference at Spencer Tower. "Luna Nozawa is not in immediate danger," Bill stated calmly. "The whole story is being exaggerated. Additionally, I don't like that my business is being utilized to promote it." Luna's face turned white. Steffi switched the feed off. "The business fallout will be handled by me. The personal one is your responsibility." She gave Luna a startlingly affectionate glance. "Show him wrong, my love. Be honest." Act 4. The past comes alive. Luna glanced at her phone in her flat that night. When an unsent message appeared, the cursor blinked. "None of this was intentional on my part. Just don't come near him before he learns." She was unable to send it, though. She couldn't take the chance, whatever he was. She was startled by a knock at the door. It was none other than Bill Spencer. "May I enter?" he inquired. Her fear said yes, but her instinct said no. She gave a nod. Bill entered and looked around the little space. "This week, you have been quite noisy." Luna remarked, "I didn't ask for this." "So why do you seem to be concealing something?" Trembling yet defiant, she looked him in the eye. "Because I am. However, it's not what you believe. Give me a try." Luna paused. "There is a threat against someone I care about, someone close to me. I reasoned that playing afraid would draw attention away from them. I didn't intend for it to become this." Bill examined her face, seeing the glimmer of reality behind fatigue. "So you told a lie to keep someone safe?" "Yes." "The lie now outweighs the truth." She gave a nod. He let out a deep exhale. "You make me think of myself." She was surprised by that. "That isn't exactly consoling." He gave a slight smirk. "No, but it indicates that I am capable of fixing it." Act 5. The Return of the Matchmakers. Hope and Liam, meantime, were seated opposite one another in a corner booth at Illinois Giardino, where Brooke's accidental lunch invitation had evolved into something far more purposeful. "You're aware that they're all involved," Liam chuckled. "Who?" "Your mother, Deacon, and Katie." Hope and Liam, the sequel, is about 3 matchmakers on a single goal. She gave a quiet smile. "Perhaps they are correct. Both of us have evolved." He gave a nod. "Indeed. Perhaps enough to help us return." The air between them was suddenly infused with possibility rather than nostalgia as she gazed at him. Then her phone buzzed. It was Luna's message. "He is aware." Hope's heart fell. Something is not right. Liam scowled. "With Luna. She's afraid once more. Additionally, I believe Bill is involved." Act 6. The Disclosure. Bill was sitting across from Luna in her flat, calm now that the rage had subsided. "You're doing no favors to whoever you're protecting," he remarked. "Luna, secrets decay. They always do." The door opened before she could reply. Breathless, Hope and Liam took over. "Bill," Hope said abrasively. "Why are you in this place?" His voice even as he turned. "Looking for solutions. Before protecting someone with this many shadows, you might want to think about this." Luna got up. "I didn't ask for your assistance. Or your own discretion." Bill stared at her. "Then cease inviting them both." Hope moved in between them. That's sufficient. She is not your adversary. Tension remained heavy in the air for a long time. Then, with an enigmatic expression, Bill nodded slowly. Perhaps not. She should, however, start speaking the truth if she is your buddy, before someone else does it for her. Without saying another thing, he departed. Act 7. The exposure of the truth. When he was gone, Luna sank trembling onto a chair. Beside her, Hope knelt. What is it, Luna? Who are you trying to protect? Luna shut her eyes. I can't expose them, but there is someone who doesn't deserve it. It will destroy everything. Liam squatted next to her. All of us have made poor decisions in an effort to keep those we love safe. However, you don't have to deal with this alone. Luna took Hope's hand. When you're ready, let us know. We'll lend a hand however we can until then. Luna's cheeks began to water. That kind of kindness is not something I deserve. Hope grinned. We all never believe we do. It's real because of that. Act 8. Bill's introspection. Bill poured a tumbler of bourbon and gazed at the skyline from Spencer Tower. Katie slipped in. You treated her harshly. He didn't look around. She's telling lies. Katie approached. To yourself, so were you. His brow furrowed as he gazed at her. She's afraid, Katie remarked. And you are, too, because she makes you remember what it's like to want to fix something that broke but wasn't your fault. He let out a breath. Perhaps. However, disorder is not justified by fear. Katie gave a small smile. No, but empathy could. After gazing at the glass, he put it down without touching it. Hearts and Consequences, Epilogue. Hope sat on her porch later that evening, phone in hand. After a long period of silence, Liam joined her and remarked, You did good with Luna. Hope remarked, I wish I could just clean up her mess. He gave her a tender glance. People cannot be fixed. As long as they fix themselves, you can only adore them. In the gentle warmth of the porch light, she turned to face him. Are we acting in that manner? Perhaps, he responded. We'll fix ourselves, together. Their quiet wasn't meaningless. It was the sort that seemed to be the start. Bill, a man divided between distrust and pity, stood by himself on his balcony at Spencer Tower in the distance, city lights bouncing off the glass. Luna, on the other side of town, spoke to her reflection as she gazed into her mirror. I tell them everything tomorrow. The voice of the well-known narrator would fade the screen to black. Next week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Hope and Liam's tenuous truce becomes something far more dangerous. Love reborn. Bill confronts the truth he's been avoiding. Luna's secret explodes.